Hello, welcome back to the channel. We're doing more vintage cube draft and got an interesting decision right off the bat. No power, but we got Paco Pick 1 Strip Mine versus Oko Thief of Crowns. And I think honestly at this point in the vintage cube and how it's panning out, I'm just going to take Strip Mine. It goes in a more wide variety of decks. You could play this in like a straightforward aggressive deck, but really the secret is we're going to take Strip Mine and wheel Ice Till Explorer, and we're going to build a like quote unquote Strip Mine deck, and we're going to have a great time. Oko's obviously one of the best planeswalkers ever printed, but it's restrictive in the colors, and over time just the threats in the cube just get so much faster, and then I don't know, it's just not where you want to be. It's just not where you want to be. All right, so we have our Strip Mine. Now we have the choice between Misty, Wooded Foothills as pretty good fetch lands, or there's honestly just Gut. Gut is just so absurd. And I'm feeling Gruul today, so hopefully we can wheel that Ice Till Explorer. Like I could just take Gut here, and then I'm not wheeling either of these fetch lands, though, is the problem, and these would both be very good, and they're honestly very tempting. I think I would just take the Wooded Foothills if given the choice here, but you know, even if we end up in like mono red or whatever, Gut Strip Mine, I mean that's just a really strong start. I think it's like a power level thing, like the Gut. If this Gut was like honestly, even if it was Lelia, I think I would take Wooded Foothills here. But because it's Gut and it's just ridiculous, I think we just take it. Okay. Oh. Okay. So now now I got to get my mind off of the Ice Till Explorer thing, because now we're being presented with Tamiyo and Orcish Bowmasters as very strong options. I think I'm going to go with the Orcish Bowmasters. You can combo it with a lot of stuff, like say I get a Wheel of Fortune. But even by itself, I mean, it's just really strong by itself. There are a lot of things that draw cards in the cube, so you can easily punish that. It gives you a little body that you can then sacrifice to the Gut to turn it into a 4/1 with Menace. So I think I'm just going to slam the Orcish Bowmasters here. And of course, you know, the Strip Mine is best either if you're abusing it with something like a Ice Till Explorer, or you're just very aggressive and then you use this as a tempo play and you take away their mana source, and then you continuously apply pressure with cards like Bowmasters and Gut. There's also a Flame Slash, really hyper efficient removal spell, which I like, but yeah, Bowmasters for sure. Okay, now what? We could take a Discharge, a Iron Shield Elf, Blazing Rootwalla, I guess, if we're doing discard stuff. I mean, this could just be the opportunity to take one of my favorite cards, Kolaghan's Command. I always liked this one. Nice, 2-for-1, flexible, lots of options, great time. Discharge is good just in the sense that you have, you know, it's a single mana removal spell for a lot of creatures in the format. Like, you know, 1 mana kill your Gut or your Orcish Bowmasters. So that could be the move, to go Galvanic and then wheel the K command, I suppose, because we don't even know if we're necessarily in those colors. I think we just know we want to be red. Yeah, I think I'll take the Discharge actually. Okay. Now we got a Fatal Push, which I like a fair bit. There's also a Blazemire Verge. There's also an Elvish Mystic if I still want to go the Gruul route, but I passed on those green fetches. I have the Bowmasters. I could just be Rakdos, removal deck, and then kill you with like Gut and threats like that. Threats of that nature. Take push, wheel Verge, have a good time. I think that's where I want to be. The Mystic is tempting though. Gruul is definitely the best home, or one of the best homes for Strip Mine, but we're just going to take the Fatal Push here and then try to build a more just like a Rakdos, almost like a Rakdos control pile with an aggressive element sort of a thing. Okay, so, but now we get this pack, which is not the most enticing. There's a Bloodbraid Challenger. We can be Jund. There's also the Jund land right there, which is funny. Elspeth is obscene. Like, Elspeth is one of the stronger 5-mana plays in the entire environment. Like, I'm very tempted to just take it, but we're pretty split on our colors, and this is double pipped. Because, like, Harvester of Misery and Delayed Blast Fireball, they're not it, but it's either Bloodbraid Challenger or, like, Elspeth. And that's so close. I think I'll take Bloodbraid Challenger. I feel like junding it up. Okay. So now we've got Lily, Blood Crypt, Bombardment. That's pretty much it. There's also Delighted Halfling, too. If we had gone the Gruul route, that would have been pretty sweet. But just taking the Blood Crypt here is just really perfect. I think we're going to be base black-red. I'm a little sad to pass up on the Lily. I think that card can be very strong. And, I mean, I like Bombardment, but, yeah, Blood Crypt is going to work a little too nicely with what we have going so far. All right. Wow, there's a Nadu. It's crazy. There is a Grist if we wanted to go junding it up, but there's also just a Screaming Nemesis, and that fits the game plan pretty well of kill your stuff, play the thing, get them dead, right? Grist is a really grindy card, and I don't think we're doing the grindy thing necessarily. I mean, certainly this deck can grind and get some value elements, but we don't even have our green mana necessarily guaranteed. Again, we're not wheeling those green fetches. There's also Phyrexian Tower, I guess. But yeah, I'm just going to take Screaming Nemesis and try to kill them. Okay, this is the wheel. I did not really get anything. I could take an Urborg or maybe like a Night's Whisper, but I don't know. You pay 2 mana. You don't affect the board. There's also Alpha Deathclaw, which I don't know if we necessarily need that. I guess there are niche situations where the Urborg could be useful. Like, you know, your Strip Mine becomes a swamp and then you can use it for black mana. I mean, it's not nothing. It also can help your opponent, though, which I don't really like. Ooh, Obsessive Pursuit. It's not good at the moment, but because it's not great by itself, but this can definitely help to win the aggro mirrors because you can threaten to just sack a bunch of stuff, gain a bunch of life, and make your creatures very large. You could also take an Unearth, but yeah, I'm going to try out the Obsessive Pursuit. It's not great at the moment. Like, we need stuff that sacrifices. Okay, Overlord versus a Chromatic Star. These are both kind of middling. The Chromatic Star does sack itself, I guess. If we're going to be in that archetype. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Overlord. I've never been like the biggest fan of this card in Cube. Maybe I'm too low on it, but we got our little sack package. Oh my goodness. We wield the Kolaghan's Command. It was all part of the plan. Love that. There's Blazing Rootwall and Iron Shield Elf together, which is funny. Wow. Elvish Mystic Wield. I guess I take Cabal Ritual. I don't know. Doesn't really... It's not going to make the deck. Harvester Wield. That could be a good sideboard card. And Yogg-Will. Okay. So we didn't get the best wheels, but I think overall we have a pretty strong start. Notably, I do not have the Goblin Bombardment. And I'm trying to remember, was there a Mayhem Devil in any of those packs? I don't remember, but yeah. All right, what do we got? Oh, there's a Guide of Souls. I'm so sad I have to pass that. Could have just taken the Elspeth. It could have been black-white or red-white. Anyway, so we've got Badlands, Archon, which we're not really doing that, Super Shredder. So I think Super Shredder is going to be really good in this deck, but I think I'm going to try to go Badlands wheel Super Shredder. It could wheel, I think. There's Noble Hierarch, Archon, Snappy, Brazen Borrower, Guide of Souls, Shifting Will. I don't know. There's a chance it wheels. It might not, but I think at this point, just taking the Badlands and shoring up the fixing at this point is going to be a little bit better. I mean, Super Shredder, New card from Ninja Turtles. Can be pretty good. I'm not really enabling it too much myself. It's good with Gut. But Gut's just, like, Gut's good with Gut, right? All right, I'm going to take the Badlands. Maybe we wheel the Super Shredder. That would be nice. Okay. I guess I just take the Emperor of Bones or Smuggler's Copter. That's close. I really like Smuggler's Copter. This could be a moment where I take Copter, wheel the Emperor Bones. My creature count is not so high at the moment. Emperor Bones can do some pretty nasty stuff. I'm not guaranteed to be playing these cards, though, so my creature count isn't too bad. But right now I don't have the requisite, like, all the cheap creatures I want to have a Smuggler's Copter be good. And then on the wheel potential, like, Emperor Bones is pretty much the only thing I want. I mean, I guess Gao could be okay. That's tough. Smuggler's Copter is really strong. There's a lot of good cards in this pack. Maybe Emperor wheels, maybe it doesn't. Let's go with the Copter. Wow, an Ocelot Pride. Is it too late to pivot? Is it too late to pivot, or am I just doomed to be black-red? Pride's really good. Pride is very strong. I could just take it now and spec. Alternatively, I just take a Blackleaf Cliffs or a Bonecrusher Giant, and those would be, like, totally solid plays. I like that the Bonecrusher Giant is, you know, creature and a spell, removal spell. Ocelot Pride is very good. We've already passed on a lot of good white cards, though. This is a tricky one. There's also a new Ravenous Robots card, which is cool, but we're not in that deck. I think I gotta go with the high upside pick with the Ocelot Pride. We could probably wheel Blackleaf Cliffs and Bonecrusher Giant. I think that's my logic there. Ooh, Shieldred. Shieldred's so sick. Love that. Yeah, and now we have Shieldred and Orcish Bowmasters, so I'm going to be looking for draw 7s very, very highly. Let's see. Also in the pack, there is the Spike Corridor Torture Pit, which could be decent if, like, we get the sack thing going, but I don't know if we really got the sack thing going. We're more just kind of like a black-red base mid-rangey pile. Demonic Tutor. I don't know if this is like a Demonic Tutor deck necessarily. Yeah, I'm going to take Shieldred. Shieldred's great. Inquisition of Kozilek, very nice. Single mana disruptive spell. There is a Warren Soul Trader if we got the combo going, but that's not necessarily guaranteed. It you know, maybe it wheels and then we find the Gravecrawler and then we have Obsessive Pursuit, and that's a way we can win the game. So let's see. Nothing else really. Faithless Looting technically. I'll take Inquisition. All right. The Ocelot Pride maybe not working out, but there is a plateau. But I'm probably just supposed to take something like Headliner Scarlet. I think this card is very, very good. I don't necessarily need the Ocelot Pride. I mean, I just took it as a spec, and then if white was extremely open, then we can go there. But yeah, I'm going to take Headliner Scarlet. Ooh, Pyroglyph. Yeah, Pyroglyph is so sick. Bloodtithe Harvester would also be really good. And this is another 4-drop, but man, I mean, this is so very good. And let's see, we only have 9 cards available. I highly doubt the Bloodtithe Harvester wheels. Like, we literally only get 1 card. It's probably going to be Channel if I had to take my bet. But yeah, Pyroglyph is a little too strong to pass up. Okay. There's Anger. We don't really have the discard synergies. There is a Bloodghast, which I just don't have the sacrifice synergies at the moment because I don't have the Goblin Bombardment. I think I would rather take a Suplex just as a way to deal with artifacts. It's nice that it exiles them because sometimes they're I don't know. They just randomly have indestructible for some reason. Yo, Super Shredder wheeled. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. And this is really nice too. Works well with like Strip Mine. Yeah, this is a great pickup. Very glad that wheeled. Okay. Nothing really here. I guess I'll take Figure of Destiny just as a 1-drop threat. I kind of need all the cheap creatures I can for the Smuggler's Copter to be effective. Okay, I did not wheel the Bone Crusher Giant, but I did wheel the Blackcleave Cliffs. There's also the Savitron, but I'm not like splashing the Ocelot Pride. I was just thinking that, you know, maybe white might be the pivot move, but that's okay. Ooh. So Detectus Phoenix versus the Spiked Corridor. It's a good card. I already have a lot of 4s. I guess I just take the Detectus Phoenix. It's not like the strongest at the moment. Okay. Wield Faithless Looting. Also wield the Warren Soul Trader. I will spec on that. If I can find the combo, that would be nice. Vengevine. It's possible, but not likely. Oh my god. Blood Tithe Harvester, last pick? Let's go. Oh, we are so in the right archetype. That's awesome. I don't even think I need to splash green for the Bloodbraid Challenger. I think our deck is pretty solid. I just need, like, I don't know, power. Power, more good cards. No power, but there's a Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is very, very good. 1 mana, look at their hand, take anything you want. Death Creator's Champion is pretty good. Blood Chief's Thirst could be a fine wheel as well. Yeah, pack 1, pick 1 is a very interesting decision. I think I actually end up going with Thoughtseize anyway, pack 1, pick 1. Llanowar Elves, Jace, not Blood Chief's Thirst. I guess it's really between Thoughtseize and Llanowar Elves, I think. If you were looking at this in a pack 1, pick 1 scenario. And I do like the green decks, but yeah, Thoughtseize I think would win out for me in the long run. I'm going to take the Thoughtseize here. This is looking really nice. Okay, so now what? There's a Raucous Theater, but we already have like 3 dual lands, so it's not the most necessary. This could be a good Dragon's Rage Channeler deck. I also like Glorybringer, but we don't have ramp necessarily, so I think I would rather my threats be a little cheaper. I think Glorybringer's great. And this would be solid top end. Like, I would not be unhappy to have this card. There's Infernal Grasp and Fire Blast. I don't think I need the extra removal. I already have quite a bit of removal. Here, I'm going to cut these, I think, for the time being. Not necessary. There is Greater Gargadon if I wanted to pair that with the Obsessive Pursuit, but I'm not sure that that's the move here. I have 7 non-creature spells. I guess Dragon's Rage Channeler. If I wield the Infernal Grasp, for instance, that would be good. Yeah, I'll take the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Ooh, Corey Steelcutter. I think this can be a very good Corey Steelcutter deck. We have a lot of 1s. So, like, on turn 3, you can go Corey Steelcutter plus, like, Dragon's Rage Channeler, or, you know, Dragon's Rage Channeler 1, kill a thing on 2, or, like, Smuggler's Copter, and then you go, like, Corey Steelcutter, kill their thing. That's an extremely strong play pattern. Yeah, that sounds great. And there's not really anything else for us, so I guess we just take it. All right. Now there's Duress and Magda. I do like Magda for the combo with Smuggler's Copter. You can, you know, crew with Magda no matter what each turn and get a treasure. So I do like that. And, you know, secretly we're hoping we can wield the Glorybringer and then you get the 5 treasures. I've never done it before, but it's always a play pattern that I've wanted to execute. But that being said, Duress is nice. Goes well with the Dragon's Rage Channeler. I think I like that disruptive element just a little bit more. Plus, I think I can wheel the Magda. Or if anything, the Ophiomancer, which could replace the Warren Soul Trader. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. Magda's good, but I think I like having this little trifecta of cheap spells. Oh, now I have to choose between Jite and Moonshadow. Look, I think Jite's amazing, but Man, I think Moonshadow might just be better in this deck. We're going to be killing a lot of things. I guess we're not necessarily putting our stuff in our own graveyard. Fiery Confluence is good too. Is GT just too good? I don't have that many cheap creatures that can wear it, but I do have quite a few. Moonshadow is pretty sweet though as a 1-mana threat. Oh man, I do not know. I'm just gonna take the Moonshadow. Let's just go with that. Okay, there's a Scalding Tarn, a Yawgmoth Troll. I guess we have some amount of expendable bodies that we can get rid of. I mean, figure, Bowman. I could just get. I think I get the Troll, honestly. Like, Scalding Tarn, like, having actual fetch lands is nice, but this combos well specifically with the Detective's Phoenix, so I think I'm going to go with that synergy instead. I think I just don't have enough expendable bodies for the Yawgmoth to really do what I want it to do. There's technically a Taiga as well, but yeah, let's take the Troll. All right, now what do we get? Sheoldred's Edict's a really nice removal spell. Ooh, the added Mutagen Man from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. I think this card is a pretty cool addition, but obviously not what we're doing here. There's a Tursa for extra threat, but I don't think I need that. We're not really doing the discard thing, although it is good with Moonshadow. The Sheoldred's Edict can just get you out of a lot of situations that you otherwise wouldn't be able to get out of. Gets around the hexproof, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's close. I'm going to take the Sheoldred's Edict. Oh, there's Wheel of Fortune. I mean, there is Bitterbloom Bearer, which is a nice, cheap threat. But, I mean, we have Sheoldred and Bowmaster, so this gives us another angle of attack to potentially win the game. So, yeah, let's go ahead and snap that up. All right, as expected, I didn't wheel anything that I wanted. Thornspire Verge if I want that green splash, but that's just probably not happening. Raucous Theater wheeled, which I like. You could take the Greater Gargadon, but I don't think that's necessary. It is good with like Moonshadow and Super Shredder. You could just kind of like kill them. But I think another dual land is going to help us more on average. I mean, Gargadon's pretty cool. I do like that. Okay. I can't companion this, right? No. Okay, never mind. I'll take the Chain of Smog. It doesn't really matter. Nothing here. Technically, I have more green sources, but I don't think we're doing... Oh, yo, that is just disrespectful. Absolute madness. You've got to be kidding me. There's no way. This is... No. That's wrong. That's crazy. I think I just get rid of the... I have a lot of removal. I can just get rid of Suplex, I think. Okay. That's ridiculous. I can't believe GT wheeled. What? Okay, this deck looks awesome. I'm going to get rid of this Warren Soul Trader. We just don't have the combo. So we have Troll and pretty decent fixing. I could cut the Figure of Destiny and just play 17 lands, maybe. We don't have any fast mana or ramp, so that's a consideration. But do I need the Figure? How many cheap creatures do I have? I have Moonshadow, Darcy. Here, let's actually sort this by group creatures separately. Okay, yeah, so we have quite a lot of... I think I do need the Figure, actually. I need more cheap creatures to trigger the... It's also a 1-drop to trigger the Corey Steel Cutter. It crews the Copter, wears the GT. It does all that stuff. Just literally by being a 1-mana 1/1 with a little bit of upside. I think that's acceptable. But Strip Mine is kind of like a half land, half spell. So I might still want to... how much removal do I actually have? I have, technically there's Pyrogoyf, there's Discharge, Fatal Push, Sheoldred's Edict, Kolaghan's Command. Do I need this much removal? Can I get rid of the Discharge? Or am I okay just running 16 lands, Strip Mine, including Strip Mine, and a Troll? We have all the dual lands, so that's helpful. No fetch it. I really wish we had a fetch land so we could like fetch the Raucous Theater on end step or something like that. If you're holding up interaction, instead you just get the Raucous Theater and a good time. But that's not the case. I don't really want to cut a creature. I could cut maybe like a Screaming Nemesis perhaps. But I do like that aggressive element. I like all the 4s. I mean, Sheoldred we're not cutting. Pyrogoyf we're not cutting. So that means Headliner Scarlet could potentially be the cut. But it does have that nice falter effect. So the opponent thinks they're safe, and you just make it so they can't block, and then you just like kill them. I think I will. It's either like cut Figure or Galvanic Discharge, or just run the requisite number of lands. Okay, you know what? We'll just go for it. We'll be a little risky. I don't think it's actually that risky. So this is 5 and 5. Let's just combine all the groups again. Let's sort by color. Is it basically even? Yeah, it's actually like exactly even, which is funny. Okay, so sort by mana value. All right, let's count the number of sources. So we have 1 for black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not bad. And then for red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with the troll. Yeah, actually, that seems pretty good. And I want black more early in the game, and then the red doesn't need to come in really until a little bit later. I mean, yeah, you want to play like a turn 1 Darcy, but yeah, we still have quite a lot of sources. This looks great. See you for the matches. All right, we're here for match 1 against Zero Star, and our hand looks fine. No way to trigger the Moonshadow. No 2-drop, but we have a lot of 2-drops. We have a couple turns to find. That's a Tamiyo. Don't like that. I will start off with the Moonshadow, though. We both start off with pretty good 1-drops, but I think my opponent's is a little bit better. Now they can just hold up their counter magic and then draw cards, so we're in a bit of a problem here. Screaming Nemesis. I think I'm just gonna go to combat, attack. I think I messed up because I was gonna play the Corey Steelcutter now, and if my opponent counters this, it would trigger the Moonshadow. So that's something. It's like usually a heuristic, like play your stuff second main phase. You got to know when to break the rules. Because in this case, like if I play the Corey Steelcutter to bait the counter spell, it goes to the graveyard, it triggers Moonshadow, so therefore it's better to play it main phase 1. Here I didn't get punished by it, but just something to think about. Okay, my blue-red opponent, so maybe you could see like VV, something of that nature. I might just go gut, attack, sack the Corey Steelcutter. Try to get a bunch of damage in. I get like 6 damage. We'll see. Opponent's probably thinking about playing a 3-drop. Okay. Hopefully it's not too bad. Is it? Oh, Cult Epiphany. Not a fan. Not a fan. So we'll see how many tokens they make. They theoretically could make up to 4. No, they could make up to 3 because they could discard like enchantment creature, like if it's FOMO. Okay, they discarded Gush Island. Now they have a couple spirits. Okay, there's a Super Shredder. Man, this is not looking good. So now the Tamiyo just increases. I could go for. I could still go for the line of gut plus attack, sack, Corey Steelcutter. Play land always. This grows the Moon Shadow to a 2/2, become a 1/2, and then I can just have both swing at Tameo. And then they block. They both have Menace too, so they're going to lose like their spirits. But then they can just double block the Moon Shadow, and then the Tameo doesn't even die. Oh, wait. Tapped and attacking. Huh. So they're kind of forced to. Okay, so they're forced to. Because this only makes it when a creature attacks, it gets -1/-. So the skeleton enters tapped and attacking. So I actually think I'm gonna do that. It's also very unlikely I'm double spelling. Like with the way we're drawing, it's just not likely. So I'm perfectly happy to get rid of the Corey Steelcutter here. If my opponent has a Daze, I just kind of lose. But you know, that's kind of the world we live in. I have to go for it. Okay, I think my opponent has like a Force of Will or something. Subtlety? I mean, there are so many. Yep, Subtlety. Okay. That's really bad. Yeah, it doesn't even trigger the Moon Shadow, so I can't even attack. Like, do I even want this? Like, now everything is bad. I think I have to bottom. I think I just need land drops. Like, I need to be able to go like Headliner Scarlet, or I draw a 1-drop so I can trigger the Corey Steelcutter. Ugh. I mean, yeah, this is bad. This is very not good. Because now I can just like continue to uptick the Tameo, and I can't really do anything about it. What did they pitch? They pitched a Lorien Revealed. Okay. Okay, there's a land. It's good. It's definitely good. Okay, land. And then I guess mana efficiency is important here. I run right into like a Daze, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You can't always play scared. I think this is a moment where playing off curve would hurt me. Oh god, it's Memory Lapse. That's sucky because they're playing all the counter spells that don't even like trigger my Moon Shadow. Yeah, this is just looking really not good. At least I know I'm drawing the thing again, but wait, did they just rebuy Memory Lapse? Oh god. Gross. Okay. God. I guess I'll wait till their turn to do it. Or I guess I could just K command here. So, like, I could just wait. I know they have the Memory Lapse in hand. Hole Breacher. Well, that sucks. And then the Memory Lapse is there. Okay. I'm going to upkeep, stop, and kill it. Or attempt to, at least. This could go very badly for me. So target player discards a card, destroy, or deal 2 damage. So discard a card, deal 2. I imagine this gets Memory Lapsed, which is fine. If they have the Time Twister in hand, I just lose on the spot. So now, yeah, okay. Now opponent's determining whether or not it's worth it to Memory Lapse this thing, which is good for me. Okay, they let it happen. All right. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Okay, so they trigger the Tameo. Yeah, oh God, there's a VV. Yikes. Not a fan. Okay, I need a good draw here. I guess that's good. I get to trigger the Corey Steelcutter. Okay, let's go for Super Shredder. Bait out the spell. Okay, they're just going to cast the Memory Lapse. So I wanted the Screaming Nemesis to resolve anyway, so I'm okay with that. Okay, Screaming Nemesis coming down. I will trigger that. Okay, this is a 1/4. Okay, so we're just going to send both at Tameo. I think not the Moon Shadow though. I don't want to send them. Well, I could. No. Sending the Moon Shadow doesn't do anything because it becomes a 0/1. All right. Send these both. They both get, weak. I imagine they double block the Monk. And also they know the last card in my hand, which is Headliner Scarlet. So that's a bit of an issue. But Headliner Scarlet's going to do work next game. Or next turn. For sure. Now opponent's deciding what they want to do. Okay, yeah, they are going to just do that. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. They're blocking the Nemesis? That seems not like that does not seem like a good play. Because now I get to just kill it. I just get to kill the Vivi. Wait, what the hell? What happened? Oh, I'm dumb. It's a 1/4. Oh, that was stupid. Should have killed it. Dang it. I thought it was a 2/4 for some reason. Yeah, my bad. Whoopsies. Yeah, this spirit token should be dead for sure. Yikes. That's not good. Okay, well, now the question is, are you going to Tamiyo downtick again? That is the question. Are you going to do that? Man, shoot. This is so bad. Like this makes the okay, they got memory lapse again. So what if I just don't play a spell? I could just not play a spell. All right, I think I equip to the Nemesis. And then I go to combat here. Do I let the Moon Shadow die? Because if they block Vivi on the Nemesis, I can't kill it, but I can kill the Tamiyo. Yeah. So Tamiyo always dies in this scenario, so I will just attack. And then I just don't need to play something. Or actually, they only have one card in hand besides that. I'll just let the do it. Do the memory lapse. It's fine. I'll allow it. Because I want to resolve this Headliner Scarlet, and now they don't have a way to rebuy it. You only have one card in hand. You got a big Vivi. But if I just slam a Headliner Scarlet, smack you for like 8 damage, I think I'm okay with that. Time Twister. Yikes. Okay. Okay, at least I get to draw cards as well. But man, they have a lot of mana. All right, well, let's see what happens. Okay. All right. Well, not bad. This trigger is 1 or more, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh boy, opponent's popping off. I'm not a fan of that. But my next turn, I think, is going to be pretty good. Like, I have a pretty strong few plays. Plus, I get to go Troll to trigger the Moon Shadow, which isn't nothing. My opponent went 1 top, 1 bottom on the Preordain. Thoughtseize. Don't like that. I will cycle this in response. Grow the Moon Shadow, which is relevant for sure. I'll just get a swamp. All right. Cool. Good luck on what you want to take. There's also a chance I just die here, because they still have not activated the Vivi. They have 6 mana they can play with. All right, they took Gut, makes sense, but it does grow the Moon Shadow, which I like. They took some damage off of the Thoughtseize too. That's relevant. I am in so much trouble, though. This Vivi is out of control. The Sheoldred's Edict can technically answer it, but oh god. Okay, they're adding a crap ton of mana. Not a fan. Let's see how bad it is for me. Relic of Sauron, yeah, that's pretty good. I think we're getting into a situation where I am going to have to chump block the Vivi. potentially. Wan Shi Tong. Jeez. Okay. So you draw like a billion cards. You attack with both. I would go to 3 here. All right, now do I have lethal? That's the real question. So I can attack for 7. Plus I could technically go like Sheoldred's Edict, Wheel of Fortune. Or I just go like Wheel of Fortune and like Pray. They get to add 2 mana. They could draw a counterspell. Like, am I winning? You know what I mean? If I block. I think the answer is no. But I have to win on my next turn. Ugh, this sucks. There's definitely draws that get me there. I think I don't. I think I just take this. I go to 3. Okay. That sucked. That sucked. If I drew Orcish Bowmasters, that would have been pretty good. But let's see. As it stands, I think I'm going to play the Strip Mine. I'm just trying to think what gets me out of this. Does the GT get me out of this? Because theoretically I could Strip Mine and like grow the Moonshadow to a 5, which is relevant. Okay, so I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's go Wheel of Fortune. Hopefully it doesn't get countered. Maybe. Do they have Memory Lapse again? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, they had Memory Lapse this whole time. I think. How did they get it back? Alright. Sheoldred's Edict. Each opponent sacks a non-token creature of their choice. I will equip. They will sack probably Vivi at this point. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. I mean, I'm just going to go for it. Like, this is not lethal, unfortunately. They block there. I use Strip Mine to blow this up. Grow this to a 4. They go to 8. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is not gonna do it. Okay, yeah, opponent's deck is pretty good. When did they get the Memory Lapse back? I'm still confused on that one. Oh, because they time twisted. Right. Okay, so it wasn't guaranteed. It was just unfortunate that they had it. All right, well, opponent is doing some wheel nonsense of their own, so I have to be careful of my Wheel of Fortune if they flash in the Hull Breacher or whatever. I don't think there's really anything. I think I just run it back. Try to have a more aggressive start. The Moonshadow took a little too long to get going. Also, that one mistake, I don't think it would have made too much of a difference, but the 1 damage going to the VV when it didn't kill it, as opposed to like killing the Spirit token, or the Flying token or whatever, definitely could have been a problem. I don't think it ended up mattering in the end. Opponent was able to leverage their Memory Lapse like 4 times that game. So yeah, I don't think we were winning that one, but that's all right. We're just gonna have better luck now. All right, here for game 2. This is pretty good. Bowmasters into Gut. Yeah, I like that. No 1 mana play, which I am not a fan of, but this play pattern is strong enough that I kind of want to keep it. There's definitely things that can go wrong. My opponent does also have their own copy of Thoughtseize, so they can take my Bowmasters away. I think opponent's still deciding on their mulligan. But yeah, this is good. And then if I draw, okay, I'm rolling to 6. I like that. If I draw my own copy of Wheel of Fortune, that's really good. So yeah, this is looking nice. Obviously, this would be better if I had like Moonshadow to go with this. That would be great. Oh man, I can't Bowmasters that. This is the problem of not having Moxen. Imagine if I went like land Mox Go, like preordain, and then I Orcish Bowmasters. That would be good. That would definitely be good. Okay, 2 on top. I am not a fan of that. Urborg. All right, I'm just gonna go land go. Okay. They're gonna pass. This could be memory lapse, but if they're doing it now, at least, you know, sure. So now opponent is asking the question, do I need to counter this? And they do decide that that is the case. I am simply going to wait again, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to jam it again. Maybe it gets countered again. Nope. All right, cool. Love that. Gotta remember my opponent does have subtlety. I also have to be aware of K command. All right, so let's see. Opponent could still have a counter spell. I think I'm gonna go for. I have to play around my opponent going like Hull Breacher and then untap Time Twister. So as much as I want to get the gut value, I'm gonna just play land and then I'm just gonna go to combat. This might incentivize my opponent to flash it in which case then I can K command. Because they might think, oh, I'm going to like flash it in and block the Bowmasters. Because they're incentivized to kill this Bowmasters if their plan is to go flash in Hull Breacher and then draw 7. So I'm giving up the gut value for sure. Ooh, they're just going to go Flame of Anor. That's fine. Yeah, no problem there. No problem there. I'm just going to pass. My goal would hopefully be to... What are we doing? What are we doing here? Relic of... Oh, this is going to be so perfect. We get to go K command, end of turn, destroy artifact, get back Bowmasters. That is really, really good. Very, very good. Extremely good play pattern. Hopefully this works. Destroy artifact. Return a creature. Return Bowman. Kill your Sauron. Do you have that memory? Oh, memory lapse is already gone. Do you have it? Please. Please don't counter. Oh, that would make me so upset. No! They have the counter. Yeah, they got it. Okay, that... Oh, Wan Shi Tong. Yeah, sure. Whatever. I'm not even drawing. Or I'm not even, like, searching. Okay. Ooh, Corey Steelcutter. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, so now what? I'm going to play land. I'm not searching my deck. Do I care about this Wan Shi Tong? So I could go like Corey. Oh, wait, no. I cannot go Corey plus gut. So therefore, I think the move is just this. Go gut. Attack. Sack it. They take 4. And then immediately play the Bowmasters, kill the Wan Shi Tong. Therefore, I get another Orc army to sacrifice. Okay, that seems good. Okay, the One Ring. Yeah, that's pretty good. Nice. They're going to draw a card. I think. What did they do? Oh, Mind Collapse. Ooh, that's strong. Ooh, Jite. I like that. Okay. Well, let's just go for Corey and then Jite. Make the guy. They have protection from everything, but I'm just going to upgrade this Orc army into a 4/1. And then I don't have enough mana to pay the cost here. Next turn, they're very, very dead. So, yeah. because they're taking, like, they're okay. They're dead on board, so they need to do something right now. Okay, nice. They didn't find it. Okay, I think I played that game pretty well. So there's one ring, so I think that alone justifies me bringing in a suplex. And then they have a lot of counter spells. I honestly think Headliner Scarlet is going to have a very hard time hitting the table. So I think just taking like a cheap play, and I don't know, it's weird to imagine a situation where this can snipe its sorcery. So like it'll snipe a Hull Breacher before it commits war crimes, but I think I'm willing to make that swap though. And overall, I think otherwise the deck looks pretty good. All right, this hand looks great. We get to duress, which I might do on turn 1. I kind of like doing it on turn 1 actually, because then it makes it so that way I can like resolve my Smuggler's Copter. And the fact that I drew the third untapped land is pretty good. I have not seen Wasteland. I'm not going to play around it. And duress. Let's see what we got here. You're just going to do something? Spears. Did not see Spears in the other games. That's unfortunate. Okay. Talisman, sure. All right, Blood Crypt, nice. I'm just gonna jam the Copter here. Can't Spears it now because you don't have it. Opponent gets to like untap with 4 mana though, which is kind of sucky. All right, let's see how bad it is for me. I can go land figure. Vivi, that committed war crimes last time. All right. Let's see. Do I care about playing a land first? Not really. I'll just play figure here. All right. And then crew the Copter. Let's see what we can do here. Yes. There's a Wheel of Fortune, I guess. I'll just discard Blood Crypt. Right now it benefits my opponent more than it benefits me. I'm just going to go Rak City, try to find. Yep, definitely binning that. All right. Pass. That's pretty unfortunate. My opponent gets to untap with Vivi. I don't have the removal spell for it. This Wheel of Fortune currently not doing anything. Ooh, opponent has nothing? All right, I think that's a good sign for me. Let's grow the figure. I could grow it again. Now this is interesting. Yeah, I guess I just crew the Copter again, and then hopefully you don't have removal. You didn't have removal last turn. Okay, we're getting to attack, which is nice. Yes. There's a Moon Shadow. I like that. That could be a good bait for counterspell. Sure. I guess I could technically discard a Phoenix, but I'll discard the Urborg. I don't need it. Okay. Dark Rit. Oh god, what are we doing here? Okay. Is this Wan Shi Tong? Oh my god, it is. Oh, that's gross. Oh my god, that's horrifying. Oh no, and then you draw like 2 cards, and then you eat my Smuggler's Copter? This could not be going worse for me. Oh jeez, that's really bad. And I don't have the kill spell. Yeah, that's pretty not good. I mean, like, just gonna play Moon Shadow, I guess. Yeah, that is so rough, and I don't like that. I could have Wheel of Fortune there, but I don't know. Didn't seem necessary. They get to attack with... You could attack with both here, but I guess you don't want to. You also... Yeah, you keep a menacing blocker back. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I get to level up the figure, though. That's something. Unfortunately, we're a ways away from... Oh, God. It's a Orcish Bowmasters. And now the Wheel of Fortune is just unplayable. Screaming Nemesis does some stuff and some things, I guess. Sure. 2, 3, 4. I guess we go Screaming Nemesis. I imagine this gets memory lapsed. Yep, memory lapse, 100%. That's pretty much the game loss. I don't think I recover from this. Yeah, I just don't have plays. I have no plays. The Phoenix doesn't do anything. We don't have enough stuff in the yard. And now I'm just taking 5 every turn. Like, this is a very game-losing situation. And also, they get to go, like, block with a VV. And that is just not good. That is just not good for me. I'll attack with Nemesis, but it really doesn't matter. They just take it. Yeah, they always take this. But I have to pressure. And then if I attack with Figure of Destiny, what the heck is this? Glenelendra Guardian? Sure. Yeah, so now I just have no outs. I take I'm just dead on the board. Yeah. No, I'm dead on board. I'm dead to any spell. I'm dead to a swing out from the opponent. That's unfortunate. Bonus deck was really cool, though. I mean, the VV, memory lapse. Yeah, no, they super got it. Unfortunate. On to the next. All right, we're playing against Teat Fleet. Interesting name. Hand looks pretty good. We'll keep. I'm not sure if we're going to go with a turn 1 Darcy or hold up a discharge or just play a Raucous Theater. All right, opponent did nothing. I'm just going to go Raucous Theater. We could try to hit land drops. Yeah, let's keep that on top. So now, next turn, I can go maybe just slam a Jite, or I can go Darcy Discharge. So the problem is now I'm not going to get my Corey Steelcutter value, but the other problem, well, let's see, the Gal's going to become a 3/3, which specifically dies to Discharge. Okay. I'll play Jite this turn. And then we can try to get Corey Steelcutter value. Oh, God. That's a Jite of your own. Well, hopefully the opponent does not have a Spell Pierce here. It seems unlikely. Maybe? I don't know. I guess they're base blue. All right. Well, we're going to go for it. Thankfully, I have the Kolaghan's Command to deal with his Jite. All right. Start with Corey Steelcutter into a discharge here. Hopefully no Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce would be really bad. Yeah, I'll attach. Oh, it resolved. Let's go. Nice. Perfect. That worked out beautifully. And now next turn we get to go Darcy plus K command. Trigger the Corey again. Oh yeah, we're gaming. We're absolutely gaming. It gets kind of awkward if my opponent does nothing, though. But it looks like they're going to do something. Something that dies to K command. That does not, in fact, die to K command. So, okay, they discard a loot. That's a good card. What do they get, though? Maybe like a Rag... They're not going to get a Ragavan. That's ridiculous. They would not do that. I'm curious. What's going to happen. Broadside Bombardiers. Oh boy, that's a good one. That's a good card. That is a good card. So now I kind of want to wait. I lose out on my value with K command or with Corey Steelcutter. Okay, I'm gonna go land for turn. Broadside Bombardiers is really annoying. So if I equip Jite to this, they block. I could kill it. They only have one unknown in hand. They don't seem to have like a Spell Pierce. So here's, I think, the move? The move could be Dragon's Rage Channeler, attack with Monk token. If block, then I can just go Kolagon's command, kill this, kill this. If no block, pass turn, then they go Broadside Bombardiers, and then they try to equip a GT, and then I blow them out with Kolagon's command and kill both. Okay, I think that's a good move. So we'll go Darcy, and then I'll attack with the Monk. Yep, no blocks. That's what was expected. I will just pass the turn. No need to equip. This is really, really obvious that I have something, but I don't think they can really play around it. Like, what are they going to do? Not play Broadside Bombardiers? And then if you're not playing Broadside Bombardiers, you're passing the turn. This also could just be a equipping of the GT, which is totally fine with me. Yeah, that's cool. Go to combat and attack. I'm okay with this. I'm going to make the opponent... Okay, now I'm going to make the opponent discard a card, and then I'm going to blow up the GT. So target player discards a card, destroy an artifact. So discard, destroy. I get to trigger the Darcy. And I'll bin a land. I don't think I need that. Okay, does this resolve? I think it does. Maybe they're just deciding what to discard. Because now I'm in such a great spot. The Formidable Speaker is not going to do much anymore. I get to just equip GT and commit atrocities on the opponent. Yeah, they just discarded the Broadside Bombardiers. And I think they concede. They are not coming back from this. Because they just know that the play pattern of I equip GT and just like smack them to death. That is really good for me. Okay, so that worked out well. I think I played that game nicely. All right, so Suplex seems good. And I guess I could just take the same move and bring out Headliner Scarlet. Or I guess I could bring out maybe the Detective's Phoenix. It's only got like the one real combo with Troll, and that's not always going to happen. I think we can just put in the Suplex. Although it is nice that the Phoenix is an enchantment for the Darcy, but yeah, okay. This game looks good. Pretty solid. Turn 1 Surveil, turn 2 hold up a Bowman, turn 3 question mark, turn 4 Headliner Scarlet or GT. I think that's overall fine with me. Okay. I think we're just both getting a little Surveil action here. I'm okay with that. Ooh, Super Shredder. Nice. We'll definitely start with this. I will keep the land on top. I think I want that. So I think I'm interested in just holding up the Bowman. Yeah, 4 mana. Land. I'm going to say go. See what opponent's doing. Always flashing in the Bowman here. I hope they play an X1. Nadu? Uh-oh, that's bad. Yeah? Uh-oh. I am not a fan of that. Alright, well, and it gets around the drawing of cards. Alright, so that's what my opponent's doing. Strip Mine. Strip Mine could be... Ooh, that's actually really good, I think. It takes me a turn away from the Headliner Scarlet GT stuff, but... I don't know. Super Shredder plus Strip Mine seems great. So sacrifice this land. We'll destroy... Which one? Probably the red land? I don't think it matters too much. Alright. That worked out well. It also triggers Super Shredder twice because the Strip Mine dies and then the land dies. Alright, we'll see if my opponent just... Do they have it? Like, do they have the boots? Not the boots. No boots. Trinket Mage. That cannot grab the boots. Only gets 1 or less. Soul Ring. That's strong. Okay. Yep. Alright. Unfortunately, I do not have a way to to get down the Jite and equip it. I mean, I'm just going to attack for 3. Okay, opponent's going to go Soul Ring next turn. I'm not a fan. We're definitely not in a good spot. Maybe I can just win through damage. But if my opponent finds the Swiftfoot Boots or whatever it's called, I don't think I beat that. Okay, this is just going to be Soul Ring. Yep. You have 4 mana to play with. They played this tapped, interestingly. Okay, what do you got? Do you have combos? Birthing Ritual. Wow, that's really good for them. They can sack the Trinket Mage and a Lockmare. Nice. All right. But you know what? This actually isn't too bad because it does trigger the Super Shredder. So it could be worse. And also, they don't know about this Headliner Scarlet. It's going to come in. I'm going to smack them for like 1 billion. I might be okay here. Depends what they want to do. Like what's the worst thing they could put in? Attacking for 6 damage? 6, 7, 8, 9. They go to 5? If I play the Headliner Scarlet? Okay, they got... Wait, what did they do? They didn't put anything into play. Wait, what? Oh, they got a Formidable Speaker. Ooh, that's good. That is good. That can tutor up whatever they want. They discard Ancestral? Ouroboride. Oh, okay. So let's see. Ouroborid's pretty good. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then they 2, 3, 4, 5. They can go... Okay, so I guess I'm not dead. All right, let's see what we got. Blood Crypt. Not great. I think I just... Let's see. If they play Ouroboride next turn... Wait, they don't even... Hold on. They have to untap the... Yeah. No. We're totally fine here. Unless they have a green source. There's so much they have to do. That is... Yeah. No. They do not have lethal. We're smacking them. Do I leave 1 back? I don't think so. I could leave 1 back. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They go to 6. Is that much different than them going to 5? Not particularly. I think I just hold back the Orc Army token just in case. You get a little chump block action. It also grows the Super Shredder. So I think it's okay. Like, I'm never blocking with, the Bowmasters. I need to make it so that, like, opponent drawing cards is not an out. Yeah, so they had to tap down the Ouroboride here, which is good. Or they had to tap down the Formidable Speaker to get out the Ouroboride, which is nice. Like, yeah, opponent's board is really big, but they can't really attack me. Yeah. Oh, they're okay. This might be death for them. We'll see. It depends what I draw. Yeah, I'll take 4. Whatever. Okay. We'll see. Oh, duh. Opponent ditched Ancestral because I have a Bowmasters. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, this Birthing Ritual could definitely do a lot of work. Now, do they sack anything? They get Malcolm. They pitch Formidable Speaker. All right, come on. I need something good off this Headliner Scarlet. Sheoldred's Edict and a Discharge. Okay. Is that lethal? The problem is... Okay, let's see. Let's go with a... Let's go Sheoldred's Edict. Each opponent sacks a non-token creature. Let's see. Let's make them make a decision. They also don't know about this discharge. So now they have to make a choice. Will they just sack the Nadu is the real question, right? That could be a line, perhaps. Because they're scared of dying. And they probably have nothing in hand. Yeah, this is the best time to do the Sheoldred's Edict. Don't play a land. Just don't show them the other removal spell. Just, let them make the choice. They pitched the Lockmare. That makes sense. Okay, grow the Super Shredder. Super Shredder is now lethal by itself. So 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's so unfortunate. I can basically kill their whole board, which is nice. So now I'm going to play the land to play around like them hitting an island and then spearsing me. So we're going to go Galvanic Discharge on the Malcolm, I guess. Okay, they get a Tishana's Tidebinder in hand. I will pay 1 energy and it dies. Trigger the Super Shredder. Okay, Super Shredder must be blocked now, so these both die. And then I'll equip the Jite to, like, this Orc Army token. Okay, and they're just going to concede. Ooh, very nice. Okay. That was a pretty intense game. I got a little worried with the Nadu, but luckily they just never found their combo, and then the Birthing Ritual hits were not like the best. And Super Shredder just did a ton of work this game. Awesome. All right, on to the last match. All right, we're here for our last match against Ace Kalma. And yeah, this hand doesn't really do anything. This hand does stuff, for sure. I will keep. What do I pitch? Is it the Corey Steelcutter or is it the K command? I think it's the Corey Steelcutter. I don't foresee us double spelling a lot with this hand, and I want to keep the Wheel of Fortune in case we find like Sheoldred or Bowmasters. And of course, turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Sheoldred's Edict, their 2-drop. All seems pretty good to me. K command to maybe get back into the game. And then worst case scenario, I can just fire off the Wheel of Fortune, although that's not the most ideal. I think ideally I find my next 2 draws are going to be like land and Orcish Bowmasters. That would be the most ideal, and then I can get them with combo. Raucous Theater. Okay, I could take a turn off of Thoughtseizing, and then if they play something, Sheoldred's Edict, and if they don't play something, Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize gets a little bit worse later in the game, but I think I like getting Surveil value. Ooh, Sheoldred. I don't have the 4th land for it, but we do have the Wheel of Fortune Sheoldred combo. I'm going to try to go for that. A little risky, but I should draw land 4 in time. Ooh, Urza's Saga. That's rough. I don't have a way to deal with that. Okay, Lockmare. So, let's see. Remove a guy, or remove a counter from this, draw a card. Don't like the Urza's Saga here. I guess Kolaghan's Command can deal with whatever artifact they get. So in that case, they're not really gonna use the Lockmare this turn. Maybe I Thoughtseize them. And then it's the thought that they're not going to use the Lockmare at all. They're just going to make a construct end of turn. And then I can K-command and kill both. That's a thought. Yeah, let's Thoughtseize you. Let's see what you got going on. Whoa. You got some stuff and some things. All right. So I can kind of just deal with all of these threats at the moment. There's a Vamp Tutor, which you can use to get whatever you want, which is a little scary. Metamorphosis Fanatic. Like, imagine if opponent has a Black Lotus. That would kind of suck, because then you could just cast that. But then at least I have the Sheoldred's Edict. Do I just let them get whatever they want? That's interesting. This is a very interesting decision. But let's see. With the way my hand is prepped, the Shielders data gets worse with the Metamorphosis Fanatic specifically, but maybe it's possible that I can just use it with the trigger on the stack. I'm going to get the Vamp Tutor. I feel like opponents got some nasty stuff. That could have been wrong. Like maybe I make them spend the mana. And all of this is just on the assumption that my opponent has the card Black Lotus in their deck, which is absolutely not guaranteed in the slightest, right? Okay, they're just going to smack me. Yeah, they're not going to use this. So I think, ooh, nice, perfect. I drew land 4. That is awesome. Okay, so end step, I'm just going to, yeah, we're going to do it now, question mark? Or do I wait? Yeah, I'm going to do it now, actually, just to play around them just using the Lockmare. So cast, destroy, and deal 2 damage. So destroy artifact, deal 2 damage here, so we kill both. Now opponent can, like, if they have Black Lotus, they can tap this for mana, and then, okay, that is what they're going to do. Soul Ring. All right, sure. But they play Island. So they're just going to go for a Baleful Strix? No? What are we doing? What are we doing here? Oh, God, Mind Twist? You got to be kidding me. There goes my combo. I mean, there's a gut. Yay. But, like, oh, man. Yeah, that was pretty devastating because if they just go for Metamorphosis on Lockmare, it's not the worst. I can just play Shieldred and then eventually, and then the next turn Wheel of Fortune. Now things are looking really tough. Copter. Yeah. Do I just make a 4-1? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I don't think so. I think I just passed the turn. This is looking rough. That Mind Twist was really devastating. Like, I guess I could have waited. And I could have killed the Soul Ring, but yeah, that's not really... I don't know. I guess there really wasn't... The fact that they drew the Mind Twist was really bad. If they don't draw Mind Twist there, I think I'm okay. Now we're just kind of in a rough spot. All right, big draw step. What even helps me here? That's pretty good. Of all things, it's not the worst. It's definitely not the worst. Make a blood. So, all right, I'm going to crew now. I'm going to attack. I'll loot away. I'll Fatal Push. It would have been like whatever. Okay, I will turn this blood into a 4-1. So now they're in a little bit of an awkward spot. I mean, they just do that. That makes sense too. But they're taking the 4. The problem is they just gain it all back. But now I get to do the thing where I just make a bunch of 4-1s, and then eventually that should outrace what opponent's doing. The fact that they get to just draw cards is pretty crazy. Yep, and it makes it stronger, so now the life gain is pretty insurmountable, and they still have another play. Oh God, Fire Covenant. Yeah, no, I'm very dead here, I think, unfortunately. The problem is the lifelink too. Yeah, I'm just dead. Okay, unfortunate. Let's try to have a better game 2. So they're doing some Reanimator nonsense. They got a bunch of artifacts. So once again, maybe the Suplex just should have been main deck. I don't know. I don't really have ways to punish the stuff. Screaming Nemesis is good. I'm just going to get rid of Texas Phoenix. It's not really doing what I needed to do. Yeah, that game had high potential, but unfortunately we did not get there. This hand looks pretty good. I will keep. I will start off, I think, just with Thoughtseize, and then, I mean, you could start off with the Duress first, but I'd rather not take the risk. I'm just going to go Thoughtseize here. Let's see what you got. Okay. Got Preordain, Baleful Strix. So I think I'm just going to take the Baleful Strix. They can Preordain, and I can Duress away the Occult Epiphany. Their hand is not super scary yet, but it absolutely can become super scary. Yeah, land Preordain, that makes sense. There's a top bottom, so they liked what they saw. Oh, there's a Jite. Not drawing land there sucks. I think I'm actually gonna play the Jite. Reason being, if I draw land, I might just want a Wheel of Fortune. Not great. Okay, Faithless Looting. Sure. That's not too bad, I don't think. Unless opponent's playing some Reanimator stuff. That's an Abhorrent Oculus. Uh-oh. I gotta do something. And opponent played a Soul Ring. Jeez. Yeah, they definitely have some kind of Reanimator spell. Actually, I guess this is fine, because I get to do this. I get to Duress you. Okay. So, Cult Epiphany down. And then I get to play the Sheoldred's Edict. Hopefully, fingers crossed, draw that land. Play the Headliner Scarlet. Okay, here comes the Lockmare. That's okay. I will kill it. Sacrifice a non-token creature. I just have to feign removal removal. I have to feign the what is it? Reanimator spell for like a turn. It's okay. That's okay. It's fine. I will suplex the Soul Ring just to take them off of mana. But man, opponent is one good draw step away from just taking over the game with an Oculus. Okay, Thought Scour. That's a Harvester of Misery. Oh god, what do you got? If it's Necromancy? No, it's just Faithless Looting. Okay. Okay. You're sculpting your hand. Maybe I can... Oh god. Alright, I don't really have ways to deal with the graveyard. I need to land right now. Inquisition. I think I can spike a Reanimator spell, maybe. Let's do it. Wan Shi Tong. Oh god, and there's a relic and a metamorphosis. Okay. Okay, we should be okay. I can Wheel of Fortune next turn, get rid of those cards. Yep, there comes the relic. Yeah, that's pretty good. And a Mox Pearl, and then they just have the Metamorphosis Fanatic, so I could get rid of it, but the problem is then, yeah, I gotta do it. Like, there's no other line, unfortunately. Okay, so Strip Mine does nothing. Damn, the Bowmasters is here. Wish it could have been another way. The Pyroglyph is pretty huge. I like that. I think it's just like land Darcy. Yeah, I think so. I have 4 card types. It's Delirious. So, yeah, this seems good. Next turn we get a nice... Oh god, Vamp Tutor. That's pretty horrifying stuff. Anyway. Saga. Alright, surely you have another reanimation type spell. What is this? 6 mana? It's Reanimator, right? Or is Metamorphosis can't possibly be your only reanimation spell? Do you have something that brings back everything? Did they add something like that to the cube? Like a living end type thing? Reanimate X target creatures? Oh my god, that's a mind twist. Jeez. And now you have a reanimation spell, right? Reanimate, like actual factual unearth. Oh god. All right. Okay. Bright side. I can kill it, I think. That's terrible. All right, here comes the GT. And then I smack. I'm forced to smack. They block. Yup. And then I kill it. And that's all I can do. Man, Mind Twist with a mana ramp is so strong. And now they just beat me down with Saga Construct tokens. I don't survive long enough for them to deck out. That's unfortunate. Opponent's deck is so good. Also, if they just have a reanimation spell. Oh my god, Quantum Riddler. Jeez. Yeah, no, I'm very dead here. Unfortunate. I mean, I guess I could draw like exactly Shieldred right now, but that seems so unlikely. Jeez. Yep, that is unfortunately the game loss. Am I just dead? I think I'm just dead. Like on board. 4, 8, 10. And then they make another guy. They go fetch up something. Okay, they don't have anything, but that's okay. I take 11 damage. I have no way to buy back my Wheel of Fortune. Otherwise, I could deck them out, which is funny. But that's not going to happen. Okay, just add insult to... okay, Collective Brutality. Yeah. Do you have a way to ping me? No. I don't think there's anything in the deck that can get me out of this. Ah, yeah, Super Shredder. Let's go. Equip the GT. This is flavorful, right? No? Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe opponent forgets how to attack. It's possible. And my opponent, only attacking with the Quantum Riddler. Nice. All right, GG's. Opponent's deck was super sick. So, unfortunate record there, 1-2. I thought the deck was a little bit stronger than that, but yeah, no, overall, I really liked this deck. Had a lot of disruptive elements, a lot of nice aggressive creatures, and then we had the dreams of Wheel of Fortune plus Shieldred or Bowmasters, but it never quite worked out. Opponent's interaction was just a little too strong. It was extremely frustrating, especially in the last match, where both games it's like, oh, I'm about to win. Oh, nope, you got a Mind Twist for 4. So that was definitely a bit rough. This was a pretty good Moonshadow and like a Corey Steelcutter deck sometimes. Unfortunately, we just didn't have all of the tools necessary to make it work. And maybe during the draft portion, we could have ended up black-white or red-white potentially, and that might have been a little stronger. I still think I like where we ended up, but I think the games just did not quite go our way. But in any case, still always good to play some Cube. All right, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thank you guys for watching.